So in this video, I want to go over two different investing apps that are very different in their own ways, being Robinhood and Acorns. And hopefully by the end of this video, I can help you guys answer the question, which investing app is better for you? So let's get started. What's going on, everybody? My name is Darren Jackson, and today I want to talk about two of my favorite investing apps, being Acorns and Robinhood. Now, of course, there are other investing apps that are available. Some I've even used as well, being Webull and Stockpile, Stash, TD Ameritrade, other apps like that. But over the past year or so, these have been the two primary apps that I've been able to utilize in my everyday life. Now, before we get into the details of this video, if you're looking for a video that's gonna tell you overall which investing app is the best, no matter who you are, which one's gonna be better for you, then this may not be it. They're both very different in their respective ways. So if you're looking for a video that's gonna tell you which one is best for your personal style of investing, then this is definitely the video for you. So in order to help with that, we're gonna break down both of these investing apps into different categories. So first, we're gonna talk about the types of investment apps that they each are, along with the stock selection that you have for both, and include the price that you may have to consider paying upon using both apps. We're then gonna go into the user interface of both apps, because just on the homepage alone, both of these investing apps have a lot of information on them that helps support what type of investment apps they are, and a lot of features that we'll go over as well. And speaking of features, we're also gonna take a deeper look at both debit cards that each app has to offer that helps create more of a benefit to the overall investing experience with both apps. With that being said, let's get started. So starting with Robinhood. Now, Robinhood is an investment app that caters to almost any type of investor, whether you're a long-term investor, you're a dividend long-term investor, you're a short-term investor, you're an options trader, day trader, any type of investor that you are, Robinhood caters to that. And it caters to it by giving you an opportunity to invest in an option of thousands of stocks, ETFs, bonds, and even cryptocurrencies. And right now it's currently free to a certain extent. Well, not really. So when you register for Robinhood, you actually get a free stock as a reward that can range anywhere between $2.50 to $200. And I guess essentially you could use that money and let that be your investment journey and essentially not put anything else towards it. But if you're trying to grow a portfolio, then investing money into it is going to be the better way. So speaking of which, if you do decide that you want to sign up, I do have a link below in the description. So definitely use that link and get your free stock with Robinhood. And of course, I would get a free stock as well. You know, I need the money like everybody else. But aside from that, it is a completely free account. You don't have to pay anything monthly at all unless you sign up for Robinhood Gold. Now, Robinhood Gold is a Robinhood feature that costs $5 a month, and it gives you other benefits such as a higher instant deposit, which I believe the current instant deposit is $1,000, so it jumps that up. And it also gives you access to level 2 market data, which I know is very beneficial for day traders. Now then we have Acorns. An acorn, I'm pretty sure it's a seed that you plant and you watch it grow. And that is the bread and butter of the type of investing app that Acorns is. Now, unlike Robinhood, Acorns primarily focuses on long-term investing. I believe it actually started as a simple investing app that you do recurring deposits of at least $5 a week, and it throws it into a stock portfolio and you watch it grow. Now, with Acorns, it doesn't give you access to individual stocks. It does give you access to a category of different stock portfolios made up of ETFs. So you'll have the option to select between a category of slightly moderate to very aggressive. And that just adjusts the fractions of where your money's going to into different ETFs. And of course, throughout your journey, as you learn more about ETFs and the stock market in general and what's going on in the world, you can obviously go back and adjust it. Now, this app is a little more expensive than Robinhood, but I believe it's very beneficial in its own sense. So it normally requires a $5 startup. It's not a fee, it's a startup amount that's gonna go straight into your stock portfolio. And it does charge you $1 a month if you do the Acorns core account, which is just using Acorns as a recurring deposit to put your money into essentially a savings account that goes towards the stock market and hopefully grows over time. but it can go up to $3 if you sign up for their Acorns Spin account, which includes their debit card and a plethora of other features that we'll definitely get into in just a little bit. And speaking of that $5 minimum, if you actually sign up right now, you get a $5 bonus that adds to your stock portfolio. So of course, I took it upon myself to add a link right below the Robinhood link. So if you use that, you'll get your $5 bonus. And of course, yes, I get paid a little bit as well, but you know, we're trying to help each other out, so don't even think about that. Now, category 2 is the user interface and the features of each app. So when you check out the user interface, it definitely elaborates more on what type of investing app that each of these two apps are respectively. So with Robinhood, as soon as you get to the homepage, the very first thing you're going to see is a live stock portfolio changes, saying that you're within the trading window when you're looking at it. So that gives you the opportunity to see your stock portfolio live, and stock prices are fluctuating up and down. And if not that, you can also see it from the previous week, month, 3 months, year, and all time, which is a great reminder of how far you come with your money, letting your money work for itself. So that part's pretty cool. On the homepage, you can also see some financial news and updates that can be based off the increase or decrease of stocks that you're following or actually investing in, and just overall news, probably a lot of Warren Buffett related stuff because he's just a guru at all this, and other financial news that could help give you an idea of what stocks to invest to or why your stocks may not be doing so great or why your stocks are doing good. So that's something you want to make sure you definitely look at. It's very important. It also shows you the stocks that make up your stock portfolio and the current data. Now I say current data because that data can range from the current price of that stock, or you can also have it show you the overall increase or decrease from when you bought the stock, the daily percentage increase. I think you can even show the percentage of what that stock makes in your portfolio and other options like that. So whatever suits you at the end of the day. And then if you go to the browse feature, it pretty much elaborates more on what the little browse feature was in between your live stock portfolio and the list of stocks that you have. So it just gives you more news about what's going on financially in the world or in the country. And it also shows you individual stocks that are making the biggest gains or the biggest losses. So if you want to add stocks to your portfolio, then those stocks may be something that you want to look at just based off how you invest. Now with Acorns, again, the user face explains it all. So when you get to the home screen, you'll notice that it highlights potential, and with potential it shows you the category of invest for later, which is just how much money you've invested in overall, and it gives you an option of how much money you have on the debit card if you've chosen that option, and how much found money that you have. Now keep found money in mind because that is a really cool feature and involves heavily on that debit card, and we will get to that later as well, so just keep tabs on that. You'll also be able to see your investing performance, which shows a similar graph to what it does on the home screen page of Robinhood. So of course you'll be able to see the live changes, the past day, week, month, 6 months, year, and all time. So again, it's a great reminder. And similar to how Robinhood has the browse feature, Acorns has a feature called Grow Your Knowledge. And if you access that, it not only gives you tips on how to invest through Acorns, it gives you tips on how to invest in general, and of course financial updates and news that you may want to keep in mind, and articles to help give you advice on how to respond to those news. So as I mentioned, the first thing you'll see is that potential is highlighted, and again, this is the bread and butter of Acorns. They're all about long-term investing. So with that, they have a category called past, and if you click that, it shows you the history of your transactions if you have the debit card, and if you click invest, it also shows you how much money you've invested, whether it's recurring transfers or however you're putting money into Acorns, and how much you're receiving in dividends from that aggressive or moderately aggressive stock portfolio. And if you click potential, it gives you an idea based on how much you're putting into the app, how much money you could potentially have at a specific age. Now, I'm not sure how accurate this is because they're calculating not only how much you're putting in a specific period of time, but they're also calculating how much the stock market would increase based off an average annual increase, which of course can be interrupted, including times like this where we're undergoing this pandemic where stocks are shooting down really hard. So I'm not sure how completely accurate it is, but it is definitely something really cool to look at because it's another motivator, and you'll be able to look back when you're a lot older and see, okay, that was pretty accurate. And regardless, you're really happy that you invested that money because it's worth more than it was if you just kept it in your pocket. Now, the debit card feature, both of these debit cards for Robinhood and Acorns are both very important in their own ways, respectively, to their apps. So let's get started with the Robinhood debit card. So This is the Robinhood debit card. As a matter of fact, I just received mine a couple of weeks ago. And what I really like about this debit card is that it's one of the few debit cards that actually pays you interest on the balance that you have. So if you've seen on the Robinhood homepage, you put money into Robinhood and it relaxes in a cash balance category until you decide to invest in. When you get paid in dividends, if you're a dividend investor, then that money goes back into the same category. That category is the cash balance that you have on this card. So you can use it and spend money wherever you want to go or wherever. And the money that you actually keep on the card that you don't use actually gets impacted with a 0.3% APY, which is higher, based off my knowledge, most debit cards out there. So that's one thing that I really enjoy about this card. Now, unfortunately, and hopefully this will change soon, it doesn't support any type of like check or mobile deposit, but you can obviously transfer money from your bank account into Robinhood as you normally would, and you have access to the funds just like that. But one thing that it does do is that it gives you access to free ATM cash withdrawals. And there's a little section on Robinhood that shows you where you can withdraw money from local ATMs for absolutely free. And you can also use this card internationally and domestically with no additional fees and automatic currency conversion anywhere that MasterCard is used as well. So definitely keep that in mind, especially if you like to travel. Now with the Acorns debit card, this debit card I really enjoy. And honestly, I find myself using this card more than any other debit card that I currently have. Every reason that I use this debit card a lot is based off the features that it has. One being roundups. Now I spoke about roundups on a video about how to save money. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link right up above. But basically with roundups, you go to a store and you buy something, and let's say it's $1.50. And what Acorns does is that it automatically raises the value of that $1.50 up to the nearest dollar. So that $1.50 becomes $2. So it gets debited out of your account, but that last 50 cents goes directly back into your stock portfolio. So you're literally saving as you spend, which is really awesome. The other feature, which I mentioned previously, is found money. Now found money is really dope. So what it essentially does is that you can shop through Acorns kind of sort of online. It's almost like eBay. When you purchase something from a specific store or membership, and it gives you a list of memberships or stores that are utilizing Acorns found money, then you can get money back that goes directly into your stock portfolio. So for example, I purchased something from Walmart a while back and I received a percentage of what I spent that went back into my stock portfolio. So keep that in mind. I used that debit card. Not only did I get benefits from roundups that went back to my portfolio, but then found money impacted as well. So I got extra money just from spending money. You can almost think of it as a discount on what you purchase. And unlike Robinhood, it offers direct deposit, mobile check deposits, and just like Robinhood, it gives you access to free ATMs. And I'm not sure if Robinhood does this as well, but it gives you access to free transfers from bank to bank. And of course, my girlfriend says I'm a little bit bougie because the other thing I enjoy is that this thing is tunged. I don't know how to say it, but it's metal. It's a really durable metal card. When you hand it to people, like, oh, okay, you somebody, but nah, that's just how it is. So that's one thing I like about this card as well. Now, deciding on which app is best for you is based on what type of investor you are. If you're a long-term investor, essentially you can use both, but then you have to think about if you want to invest in stocks or ETFs, or if you're okay with just putting your money into a separate account, kind of like an IRA or like a retirement account, and you want to have a decent amount of control over it, then Acorns may be the best fit for you. And plus, if you like using debit cards and you want to have the opportunity to save as you spend, then Acorns is probably going to be best suited for you. But if you're more of a live day trader or an options trader and you want some of the additional features that Acorns doesn't have to offer, and you still want to have the opportunity to be able to buy stocks and hold on to them and reap the benefits of the extra dividends that you may not be receiving from Acorns, then Robinhood is probably going to be a better option for you. Now, me personally, I use both. I use Robinhood more so for the opportunity to put my funds into a portfolio that I created from all the knowledge that I have and currently am gaining from the stock market and reaping the benefits of the monthly and quarterly and annual dividends. But I also use Acorns for the debit card features primarily, and I have a small recurring transfer that goes into Acorns every single week, and I can use the funds from that debit debit card every now and then to make small purchases and reap the benefits of found money and recurring deposits. So definitely keep those in mind and make sure you check out these other videos that will hopefully help you on your investing journey. But until next Thursday, guys, take care.